What's up? Figured I could on and do some live for a while. How's everybody's Thursday night going? It's almost the weekend. Ready? What's up? Medina, what's up? Snow on the Sahara. What's going on? How y'all doing? Hola. Hola. ¿Cómo está? Snow on the Sahara. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yep, it's me. I'm good. Good. I just get so busy that it's hard to get on live, but thank you. Appreciate that. Still smoking these things. Getting used to them now, though. Hey, Brenda. Lights get on my nerves. So Thursday night, weekend coming. Hey, Christina. Hey, Mama Bear. Oh, I'm doing good, Heath. Perfect. Very best. Yeah, I figured it's a good time to get on, do a week reading, lead right up to Valentine's Day. It's a Friday afternoon there, so it's still Thursday night here. Well, it's Friday morning, I guess. It's like 1:30 or something. Thanks, I appreciate that. I love that you love my readings. But yeah, so what I usually do is I'll do Aries to Pisces, and then I usually hang out for a bit afterwards. I just like to get them out of the way. Thanks, Heath. You're the best. Oh, you're the best. I hate the lighting. It makes it look like I have a unibrow. Like, I took the picture for this like 6 times. I kept thinking I had a unibrow. I was like, that's not right. But it's a shadow of my glasses. I need to get that laser surgery. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's just the shadow of my glasses messes me up. Going for that old, was it Bert or Ernie? I can't remember the difference. I remember Bert and Ernie, and I know the difference, but Bert was the one with the unibrow. Yeah, okay. I always have to think about it. I never remember right off the start. So I'll get started. We'll do Aries. So what, universe, what do we have for Aries? What's going on with Aries? What's going on with Aries? All right, Aries. So first thing I got is I got the Fool in reverse. So I feel like someone took the wrong leap of faith here. Sometimes you pick that up and it's like they're not willing to take a leap of faith. I feel like somebody took the wrong leap of faith. I feel like this is something from the past though, because that you're already starting to pick up the fact that it was the wrong choice. Because I feel like there's a tower moment happening or about to happen. I feel like from how the other cards play out here, I'm getting the vibe that this tower moment already happened. Um, I feel like just took the wrong leap of faith with the wrong person. I feel like you felt like you were given too much to that situation. But you were given, but you weren't being inspired. You weren't getting the right energy back. And I feel like since then, it's kind of been like trying to find some new motivation to move forward here. It's almost like it left a bad taste in your mouth that you kind of really haven't been moving forward and really kind of not exploring new options. But I feel like I said, I feel like that past is still kind of haunting you, and there's not a lot of forward motivation there. Like you are moving forward, but very slowly. A lot of imbalance with that Libra energy there. Uh, like I said, I feel like it's a matter of just getting your balance back. You're gonna have to put yourself out there again, and I feel like that's just something that you haven't been doing. But I feel like you want a foundation. You want to build a foundation with someone, but it's a matter of you're letting negative thoughts of past relationships hold you back from moving forward. Like it's almost like you don't trust anyone moving forward because that person, didn't earn your trust. Kind of took advantage of that. But like I said, I feel like there is some new energy coming around you. And I feel like it's something someone's gonna make an offer. And I feel like it's something you'll get what you want, but you need to, you need to take a leap of faith in the right direction here. You need to know that the next person isn't always going to be the same as the last person. I mean, it's quite honestly, it's very unlikely that the next person is going to be like the person you just dealt with. You know what I mean? I feel like the universe is, your intuition is going to be telling you to move forward here. Like I said, I do see slow movement here. Like you're moving forward, but you're not going there very fast. And it's got you out of balance because I feel like you want somebody in your life. You want to build that foundation. You want somebody to build a foundation with. But like I said, I do see somebody new coming in, making an offer. And I feel like you will get what you want of this. And you will, you're going to be satisfied from what you get. But in order to get there, you have to make that first step. Like I said, you can't hold past relationships, against new relationships because you'll never get anywhere. You know what I mean? You can't be stuck thinking about wrong choices that you made, even if you made the wrong choice. Just own up to it. Realize you made the wrong choice. Move on. There's always tomorrow. That wasn't the right person, so now you got a chance to meet the right person. And like I said, we got a new offer coming in, but don't shut it down because you're still thinking about the past. I mean, I can only tell you what I see is happening. It doesn't mean you got to take it. Doesn't mean you got to do it. It is what it is. But that's what I see. Don't be stuck in hermit mode because you're afraid to get hurt because you're never going to get anywhere. I mean, yeah, the next relationship, any relationship can go bad. But we can't be stuck worrying about that because we'll never get anywhere. You'll never take a chance and then you'll never know. I have this red sandalwood everywhere. So Taurus. Yeah, we're Taurus. All right, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus universe? What's going on with Taurus? All right, Taurus. So I feel like for you, I feel like something new has been happening. I feel like this is already something that's been starting for you. I feel like you have options and you're starting to explore them. Like, I feel like you're taking a chance here, but I feel like, you're not really getting anywhere because you got your walls up. I feel like it's almost like you want to be, you want to be in this situation, but you don't. Recently you've been thinking about exploring those options. And like, that's what I said. Like, I feel like the situation you're in has got to kind of make you feel like you're trapped. So it's almost like you're starting to see more options and you're more and more motivated to like start exploring those. You got some Pisces energy, seeing things in a different light. I feel like, there's something that you want or somebody that you want. But I feel like for a while now, you've been kind of, like I said, with that Eight of Swords, you're kind of felt like you're held back. But recently you started to, look at things in a different light and realize that, you got to make yourself happy. So I see you exploring options here. I feel like, and this is, we have two Taurus energies here. I feel like you want more than the situation that you're in gives. I feel like you kind of that overall need to, find someone that gives you that balance with that Sagittarius energy. I feel like you just want more. You want somebody that wants more. And I feel like the situation you're in right now, it's not giving you that. You want to be fulfilled. So, like I said, it's all about balance. Like a lot of times, I'll repeat that over and over again. Like, it's all about balance. It's all about, you can't have one without the other. And I feel like in the situation you're in now, you may have one, but you don't have both, and that's why you want to explore other options. Because, like I said, you're starting to see things in a different light with that Pisces energy, the Moon card. You're supposed to see. You're starting to see that in order to be happy, you've got to have both. And so I feel like. I feel like we got some Virgo energy there. Like, you just want to be fulfilled. And that's, what I mean? You want something that's long-term. You want something, I feel like the situation that you're in now isn't that way. You don't feel that long-term vibe from it. Or maybe you're not in the situation at all and now you're starting to look at getting in a situation where it's long-term. Yeah, like I said, this is the universe is telling me that this is where you need to go to be happy. You need balance. What you're dealing with, you're not getting that. In order to get what you want, you got to move on, and you got to start exploring your options, because I feel like there's options out there for you. Like I said, I feel like you need to get out there and you just need to explore. Because if you don't feel like you're getting what you want from the situation that you're in, then you need to change the situation, or you'll always be, in the same situation. And said situation way too many times there. But that's what I have for you, Taurus. Basically, I do see some new motivation. So something might be drawing your eye. I'm not getting in the cards what it is just yet, so I don't feel like it's going to be the next week. But I do see you moving forward, starting to explore options in the next week here. And like I said, finding that balance is key. Because especially with Taurus, you guys are all about stability, all about being grounded. And I feel like that's just something that you want. And, you want more from a situation than what you're getting. But like I said, I did get the Sun card, so I do see good things coming. Just maybe not before the next week. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Gemini. All right. What do we have for Geminis? What do we have for Geminis? All right, Gemini. So, first thing I see is I got you waiting. I feel like you're waiting on something here. Yeah, I got the Nine of Swords as well. So I feel like it's almost the weight is getting too much. I feel like your patience is starting to run thin. I feel like you want, there's somebody that you've been wanting, but they're not. I don't see them making a move here, and I feel like it's got you feeling out of sorts because you want them to make up their mind. I feel like you've been waiting for this person to make up their mind. I feel like you're not seeing a whole lot of. It's almost like you got the Strength card in reverse here, so you're losing faith here. You've been waiting. Feel like you've been waiting forever. Now, this could be somebody that you're already dealing with. You're waiting for them to move forward, or you could be waiting on somebody, but you're waiting on somebody specific. Like, I feel like it's either a new relationship or it's something that you want to be a relationship. Yeah, like now the person that you're dealing with, I feel like they're very guarded. I feel like they already know what they want. That two of wands, but they're very guarded. They have trust issues. So you're dealing with somebody, and the reason that is not moving forward is because they don't trust you. They don't trust people in general. And it's not a personal thing. Like I said, I feel like it's something more that they're dealing with. But I feel like we got the Hangman, and I feel with the Six of Swords. So I feel like that's changing. I feel like they're starting to see a different side. And we got the Empress card. So I feel like they really they already made their mind up. They do want to be with you. They do want to move forward with this. They have a lot of love and respect for you. And an offer is coming. So whether it's an offer of getting together or just an offer of moving forward, making this more of a thing. Like I said, I do see them. I do see them changing perspective here. I do see them more and more They're seeing you in a different light. That Pisces energy, the moon card. So I feel like this is moving forward. I know you've been waiting, but hang in there. Trust your intuition. I don't feel like you'll be waiting long for this to move forward. Like I said, I feel like in the next week you'll start to get the ball rolling on this. But like I said, I feel like you're just getting a little discouraged because it hasn't been moving fast enough. But just know that it's because, like I said, they got their walls up because they don't trust people. This person finds it very hard to trust. So, I mean, they got trust issues. Doesn't mean they're a bad person. But I do see them coming around. And I do see it moving forward. So, I mean, like I said, they know they want to be with you. They do want you. They made their mind up about that. They have a lot of love and respect for you. So I do see it moving forward. But like I said, I feel like anything holding it back right now doesn't have to do with you. You know, maybe you're analyzing this too much, thinking maybe it has to do with you, or maybe there's something wrong that's unfixable. But so that's what I have for you, Gemini. Cancer. That's what we have for Cancer. We have for Cancer. All right. So first thing I got, Cancer, is I feel like the person you're dealing with is a burden. And I don't like starting off like that, but they're holding you back. I feel like Cancers, you guys are known for your loyalty, and I feel like maybe there is a circumstance where loyalty is ends up being a bad thing on your part, because I feel like this person doesn't deserve that loyalty. I feel like there's some sneakiness. I believe there may be something going on here, something that you're not aware of, and I feel like they're holding you back. With that Devil card, that Capricorn energy, some narcissistic energy there. Like I said, I feel like they're holding you back. I feel like they're holding you back not only, emotionally, financially, I feel like they're holding you back. Sometimes loyalty can be a fault if we put our loyalty in the wrong people. And I feel like you think about this. So who this resonates with, you already know what I'm talking about, because you know what I mean? You're waking up late at night thinking about this shit. You want to move on, but it's almost like that loyalty's got you stuck. But your loyalty should be given to the right people. I feel like you give and give and give to this person, but they don't give back. You're patiently waiting for this to work out, for them to turn the shit around. It ain't happening. Like I said, I don't feel like they're even being honest with you. Not only are they emotionally not fulfilling, they're not showing up, and they're not being honest. And like I said, it's hurting you emotionally and financially, or your stability at least. And it's because you got too much love for this person. Like, you're being blinded by this person because of the feelings you have for this person. I feel like you need to take a step back. Because I got the Hermit card and the Four of Swords. Just take a step back and realize what's important to you, what you're not getting from this, and realize what you're worth. And once you realize what you're worth, you'll realize it's time to move on. But I feel like whether you move on now or not, I feel like there's a Tower moment coming. Like, this is all coming to head. I feel like there's a tower moment coming. You're gonna have to, move on, because I feel like we got new beginnings here. But in order for this new beginning to happen, this has to come to an end, this cycle. And like I said, there's a tower moment coming. I don't feel like the tower moment's going to come soon. I feel like it's more than later. Eventually it's going to come. But I feel like you need to realize before that. Like, don't wait till that tower moment comes. I feel like it's coming, but you don't have to wait for it. So we got some Virgo energy there as well. But you got new beginnings. It's going to be a lot of work, but you're going to come out on top. Sometimes we're loyal to the wrong people. It's just how it happens. But I feel like you've been loyal to this person way too long. Like I said, you may already know who I'm talking about. Or at least know who this resonates with. And like I said, I feel like I don't feel like they're full out, cheating on you or anything like that. I just feel like there may be somebody else they may be talking to, or they may be, looking for other options. Like I said, I feel like not only are they emotional burden to you, they're also, messing with your stability. So, I mean, you don't need that. Be loyal to the right people. Find somebody that's loyal to you and be loyal back. I mean, that's one thing about Cancers that I actually admire is they're really loyal. But like I said, sometimes too much is not a good thing, especially with the wrong people. Get it where, only give your loyalty where you're getting it. So we'll do Leo. All right, Leo. So Leo, first thing I got is we got the Gemini card, Lovers Energy, or the Gemini Energy Lovers card. So I feel like I see a deep connection coming, some new love. I feel like we got the beginnings card again, the rebirth. So I feel like a lot of good vibe here. First of all, like I said, we got the Lovers card, that Gemini energy. So I feel like there's a strong connection coming toward you. It's a strong love connection. I feel like you're gonna feel drawn to this person fairly quickly. Like I said, I feel like it's gonna be one of those, those moments where you meet somebody and it just feels like home. Yeah, that's what I get from this. Because it's gonna open your eyes like it's, a fresh beginning here. And I feel like you're gonna make your mind up pretty quickly with this person. So that just, kind of adds to the fact that it's gonna be, there's gonna be feelings fairly quickly here. Get some Leo energy. I feel like it's gonna be something that you're not gonna be able to deny. You may already have met this person, but if you have, it's fairly recent. Because like I said, I feel like this is opening your eyes to a whole new world. And it doesn't sound corny, but I just feel like sometimes when you get with that right person, it makes everything else look so wrong because of the fact that the way that feels. It's going to bring a lot of balance to your life. Maybe some balance that you've been lacking. Let me clarify that. Yeah, like got some Aquarius energy there. So this is something you're going to want to nourish. You're going to want to take advantage of this situation and go in, with both feet. Because like I said, I get a lot of good. I'm not getting any real bad. Yeah, leap of faith. So yeah, you're definitely gonna meet somebody you're gonna be drawn to pretty quickly. And like I said, you're gonna make up your mind pretty quick with that two of wands. You're gonna know what you want. But like I said, I do see this as something that's gonna be new to you. Maybe some new feelings, maybe some feelings that you haven't felt in a while or at all. Because like I said, I feel like there's gonna be a deep connection here. And it's new love. So it's not only going to be like a light connection. Sometimes when you get the Gemini card, I feel like that's a connection, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be right away. It could mean that it's going to work itself over time. The more and more you get to know each other, the more and more you're going to be connected. Sometimes it can work out that way, but in this situation, I feel like it's going to be pretty. Those feelings are going to be there right away. Like I said, that home feeling. When I was reading them, that's the word that popped in my head. So I'm gonna go with it. Virgo. What do you have for Virgo? I'll do one more. Let's see. So Virgo. Okay, first thing we got you feeling defeated. So you're feeling defeated, and I feel like the reason why is because you're worried about getting your heart broken. Because I feel like the person that you're dealing with, you feel like they've either ghosted you or left you out in the cold. It's almost like you're not getting a vibe from a person that, like, this is somebody that you're either dealing with, like you're already with, or somebody that you wanted to move forward with. But I feel like it's more or less somebody that you already are with. I feel like at first it was great, everything was going good. It seemed like this is what you both wanted. But then recently, you feel like you kind of been left to the side. And when people ghost us, like, I know what people will say when you ghost you, like, people just stop talking to you. I feel like you guys still talk to each other. That's why I feel like it's a relationship already. You guys are still talking to each other, but you're not saying nothing. It's almost like the common conversation, like it seems boring. It seems like they're not quite into it anymore. And that's why I got you feeling defeated. Feel like you're gonna get your heart broken, but when we got it in reverse, I don't feel like that's the case. For them, I got them emotionally. They haven't walked away. I don't feel like, I feel like it may be just getting a little, common. Sometimes when we get complacent in a situation, or even a relationship, we've been in a relationship past that little, like, new together stage. When we pass that, it's almost like we feel like it's starting to get boring. Need a little spice. But I mean, that's normal. Like I said, I don't feel like they emotionally walked away. I don't see them exploring other options. So it's not like they're not there anymore. I feel like it just got maybe you guys just need a little time out. Like I said, yeah, we need some new energy here. Because I like I said, I feel like it's just maybe getting a little stagnant. Maybe you guys don't get out enough anymore. Maybe it's just gotten, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes we get to that place that we don't feel like the other person's into us as much. Like, I don't feel like you get the vibe that they're not into you at all. I just feel like you're starting to feel like they're not quite as attracted to you as they once was. I don't feel like that's the case. I don't like. It's not like they're going anywhere else. And on top of that, I don't feel like emotionally they still have this. They still feel the same way for you. So it's not like it's gone anywhere. Like I said, I feel like it just maybe time to spice it up. Because I do see you getting what you want from this. And we also got the Sun card, so there is happiness here. You guys just got to move forward. Sometimes there's little slow patches in every relationship. Like I said, when you first get together, everything's new. And after that, it's up to you whether to spice it up or not. But like I said, I don't feel like they emotionally walk away, so you don't have anything to worry about that way. They still want to be with you. They're still happy. It's just maybe it's getting too every day. Sometimes we got to do something different. And I mean, it's not like you got to do that all the time, but I mean, just, remind each other why you're with each other. 36. Libra. What do we have for Libra? What do we have for Libra? All right, Libra. So Libra, first thing I see, we got some imbalance here. So I feel like you may be out of balance. Maybe feel like you're lacking something here. Yeah. You got some sleepless nights. I feel like you're waking up thinking about this, this imbalance. You're not feeling whole. I feel like you want more, but I feel like you're in your head too much, and I feel like that's the reason why you're not finding that balance. Because we got the Nine of Swords, you waking up at night, cold sweats, that kind of thing, or just having nights where you can't sleep at all because you're in your head too much. I feel like things are moving forward. I do see this beginning of changes already had happened for you. Coming into this next week, I feel like those changes are only going to grow. I do see some options. I do see you having some options. And I feel like one of them is going to have a lot of feelings. One of them is going to be a very lovable person. And I feel like, there's going to be something about this person, like what I'm getting, is that you may not take this offer because you're going to look at the negatives instead of, the positives. And I feel like I said, that's still part of that hermit. Like you're in your head too much. But like I said, I do see changes coming. So, maybe that changes this. But like I said, I do see opportunities come for you. One of them has a lot of feelings for you, but maybe you're not into them. But I feel like there is somebody, but you have options. So that means, there's definitely going to be somebody else. The one that has lots of love for you, a very lovable person. I feel like this is somebody that's kind of been around your life for a while. Maybe in the past you haven't quite seen it, but Two of Swords, not seeing what's right in front of you. I get the feeling that this may be a friend already, and that's why you're looking at the negatives instead of the positives here. But, it's right in front of you. Like I said, I feel like there's some changes coming. I feel like there's going to be more than one person coming towards you or have been coming towards you. But like I said, there's one person very lovable. They got a lot of love for you. But like I said, I feel like you're looking at the negatives to the positive. So I'm getting the vibe that it's a friend. And maybe you're just not willing to cross that line. But with this person, there's a lot of forward movement. And they want stability. So, maybe it's, like I said, maybe you're not seeing what's right in front of you here. Maybe this is a good option. I get that you're not trusting your intuition on it. Yeah, like I said, it's pretty clear, this is somebody that's, they may not necessarily be a close friend, but there's somebody that you don't want to, you're looking at the negatives instead of the positive, and the negatives seem to outweigh the positives in your mind because you're looking at the fact that, this can mess things up. But I see a lot of forward movement with this person. And like I said, you're not trusting your intuition here because you're not seeing what's right in front of you. But I'm not. What got this other person? Yeah. This other person, I feel like it's going to be pretty empty. You got some Scorpio energy as well as a nine of cups in reverse. So I feel like, just don't make the wrong choice here. I feel like it's going to be pretty clear which one you should go with. Maybe change your perspective here because like this is telling me pretty clear that you're looking at the negatives, not the positives here. Because with this person that has lots of love, when I pull the cards after that, I got the four wands and the Cancer energy, Chariot. So like I said, I feel like it's something that could go somewhere. Sometimes we're afraid to get involved in friendship relationships because we're friends and we don't want to lose that. But sometimes it's more. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's meant to be more. Friends can be good, can turn into good relationships. I don't know why so many people think they can't. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it gets awkward. You lose a friend, but sometimes it works out. And isn't it worth the opportunity? But like I said, I feel like there's going to be somebody else, but I feel like it's going to be kind of meaningless. Unless that's what you're looking for. I'm not here to judge. Scorpio. Yeah, for Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh, yeah, Scorpio. One more for Scorpio. All right. So first thing I see, Scorpio, is you got somebody from your past coming back. And I feel like this person from your past is coming back with an agenda. I feel like this person's been going through a lot of changes. Going through a lot of changes, making a lot of big changes coming on for this person. The Lover's card. So I feel like this person has secretly had a lot of feelings for you, and I feel like you had some feelings for this person, but it never really went anywhere. But I feel like they're coming back. I feel like they had some changes to make, and they made them. I don't feel like this is something that was necessarily love before. I feel like it was more of an interest in the past, more of a connection. But now it's more of a love thing coming up. A lot of forward movement with that Cancer energy. So, like I said, I feel like this. I feel like there was some little bit of a spark in the past, but I don't feel like it ever really amounted to much. Because, like I said, we got the new love card, so I don't feel like this is something. There's a whole lot of feelings in the past. I feel like more of a unwritten attraction. Maybe a little bit of wondering, but it never really panned out. But like I said, I do feel like they're coming back. I feel like they went through a lot of big changes lately. I do see a lot of forward movement. Got a lot of happiness here. So I feel like this is a really good thing coming toward you here. Let's get the family card. So, I mean, a lot of good things coming here. Maybe it just wasn't right at the time. Like that's the vibe I'm getting. At the time, it wasn't right. Maybe one of you guys were involved. Countless things could have been going on in the past. Oh, thanks, Leon. Countless things could have been going on in the past here. Like I said, I feel like it didn't really pan out, but it was a connection in the past. Wasn't a love connection, but I feel like you had a pretty good thing, and maybe they're coming back to check that out again or move forward. Like I said, they want to move forward with this. And it's a Gemini card, so this isn't going to be a deep connection. And it's new love. So, I mean, this is going to be a love connection. So, I mean, look out for that. You may already know who I'm talking about. Chances are you do. If not, surprise is back. We look at some Libra. Got a Libra energy there as well. So we got Cancer, Libra, Gemini. This person's going to bring a lot of balance. Maybe, maybe this is a long time coming. But I do see happiness, forward movement, the family card. A lot of good things coming here for you. But yeah, like I said, I feel like it just wasn't the right time in the past. Now it's the right time. They want to come back and see what's up. So look out for that. Trust your intuition. Like I said, I feel you're gonna know who this person is because you guys did have a connection. You do know who they are. Like I said, I don't feel like it was much of a love connection in the past, more of a physical connection, or just had a good time. But it's gonna be more now. Like I said, they're coming back, so look out for that in the next week. Sagittarius. Yeah, for Sagittarius. Well, thanks, morning. I don't usually pay attention too much to them. I'm gonna add you as a mod, morning. I see you've been doing this and I didn't really realize it. Sorry. How you doing? Check out Morning. She's a good reader for anybody that doesn't already know who she is. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. So this is you, because we got the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. I feel like you like to have fun, and I feel like you're having fun makes it's almost like a burden on you because of the fact that the person that you're dealing with, I don't feel like they're very open. They're not the fun type. They're very not very optimistic. I feel like you feel like you're putting in all the work with this person because I feel like you're always trying to get out and do stuff and you gotta like convince them to do it. Um, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of forward movement with this person. I don't feel like this is gonna add up for you. I don't feel a whole lot of effort on their part to change how they are. Like I feel like they're basically this is how they are and this is how it's gonna be. Um, like I said, I feel like they're just kind of they don't appreciate that lifestyle. I got them more or less a homebody, maybe not really liking going out and having a good time. But they got their walls up. I don't see any forward movement, and I feel like it's because they got their walls up. Like they're very, very to themselves type of person. And I feel like, yeah, like I don't feel like it's gonna go anywhere. Like at the end of the day, I just feel like you're already getting those vibes that this person may not be the person for you, and the cards are telling me that you're right. Like this isn't somebody. There's no love. There's no foundation. There's no forward movement. Like this is just something that you're gonna put a lot of work into and end up with nothing because this person's got their walls up, and I don't feel like they're gonna change. Nothing in these cards are telling me they're gonna change. And I feel like the only reason you're giving them the opportunity, like I feel like it was good at first. Like I feel like you guys had a good time at first, but I feel like all of a sudden it just kind of fell apart because like this is somebody definitely that you've been dealing with for a while. But like I said, I feel like you guys had a good time at first. You guys went out and had a good time. You guys did fun things. And now it's just almost like they're trying to make you a homebody too. And that's just not how you play. But like I said, I mean, it is what it is. Readings are what they are. Maybe you want to change. Maybe you want to live that lifestyle, but I don't get the vibe that you do. And I get the vibe that you might even be willing to do that, but eventually you're going to be unhappy because that's not how you roll. Like I feel like you like having friends, you like having your own friends, you like having a good time, you like going out, doing things. They did at first, but now it's kind of like I said, if you want to be with this person, you got to be stuck at home with them all the time, and I don't feel like that's your cup of tea. But the cards are telling me that that's not going to change. Like I feel like you're going to put in a lot of work and a lot of effort, and it's not going to pay off. But like I said, things can change. That's the thing with the world. Things can always change. But as it stands now, that's what I see. Capricorn. What do we got for Capricorn? All right. So first thing I got Capricorns, the Devil card. So I feel like this is you. I feel like I feel like you're holding back lately. Not willing to take that leap of faith. I feel like you're not exploring your options. I feel like, from what this is telling me, that you're not exploring your options. You're not getting out there. You're not taking any chances. With the Libra card in reverse. So, I mean, you're out of balance. And the reason you're out of balance is because you're not taking any, you're not seeing what's right in front of you. You got to get out. Because I feel like there's big things coming for you, but you need to trust your intuition. You need to get out, get on top of it again. That High Priestess is telling me you need to put an end to this, keeping yourself out of trouble kind of thing. Not out of trouble, but you're not putting yourself out there. You're not taking any chances. You're playing it very safe. But, and I mean, sometimes that's okay. But we got the Justice card in reverse. So, I mean, you're out of balance. You're not trusting your intuition. But like I said, I feel like you're not seeing what's right in front of you. You got to get out. In order to win the game, you got to play. And if you don't play, you got no chance. And I don't mean to put it as a sense of a game, but you know what I mean. But like I said, I feel like this is going to come to an end. I feel like you're going to start listening to your intuition coming up. Because in the past, you haven't been exploring. I feel like there's been options, but you don't move forward with them. Like I said, we also got that Fool in reverse, so you're not taking any chances. But I feel like coming up, you're going to start changing your perspective. Start listening to your intuition. Because I feel like there's going to be a reason why you're going to be so inspired. Because I feel like there's some magic in there. I feel like you are, going to meet somebody, and I feel like that person's going to make you rethink everything that you've been thinking. And I do see this being something that you guys get together here, because, like I said, I feel like that burden on you has been not taking any chances, playing it safe. But when we play it safe, there's no reward. You got to risk to get reward. And I feel like you're going to start trusting your intuition, like I said, and that old way of thinking is going to come to an end. But like I said, I feel like the reason that you're going to be so inspired is it's going to be somebody that's inspiring you. And I do see you guys getting together. So like I said, I feel like it's a matter sometimes of just meeting the right person. Sometimes we're not necessarily have our walls up. We're not open for business. And sometimes when that right person comes along, it makes us rethink all that. And I feel like that's how it's going to happen for you. So that's what I got for you, Capricorn. Aquarius. All right. So Aquarius. First thing I see is you're dealing with options right now. I feel like there's two options that you're dealing with. We got an Aries and a Taurus. Then we got some. So you have two options. I feel like you're not sure which way to go on either one of them. You have two ways you can go here. I feel like one way is a past person, somebody that you may still have feelings for that you haven't kind of worked out. And this new person, I feel like this new person is going to be somebody that's going to spark your interest as well. Like, I still feel like you're still kind of thinking about this one person that you quite haven't walked away from, like I said. But this new person, I feel like they're starting to make you see that you have options. I feel like in the past you were looking at the positives instead of the negatives here. I feel like this person that emotionally you haven't quite walked away from, like, is a past person. It's going to get in the way of this new person, but you're going to have options. I mean, I feel like that past person is still an option, but I feel like that past person would be more of a burden. I feel like there's reasons why it didn't work out. There's reasons why they're a past person. I don't feel like that came to an end. But like I said, this new person, I feel like it's going to be a little bit. You're going to be a little bit intrigued. They're gonna seem very put together. Like I said, I feel like the universe is telling me you should take a leap of faith here. I feel like that past person, there's a reason why it came to an end. I feel like there's a reason why it didn't work out. If it didn't even start, there's a reason why it didn't work out. And I feel like if you trust your intuition, you'll see that. You'll see that the options that you have, the universe is telling me there's no reason to go back. When I look at the past relationship that you still have feelings for, it's a losing situation. You're gonna end up the same place you were again. I don't feel like anything's changed there. Yeah, like nothing's changed there. So I feel like it's time, for something new. And like I said, trust your intuition. Intuition cards are telling me take a leap of faith. This person will bring a lot of balance to your life. And I feel like that's something that you need. And I feel like that past person didn't bring that to your life at all. You know what I mean? Sometimes when we're broken up from somebody for a while, we start to, reminisce and we think about the good times, but we forget the bad times. You know what I mean? And we kind of let ourselves sink back into that person. And then when we get there, we realize, shit, this is why I didn't like you in the past. It is what it is, though. Pisces. We have for Pisces. What's going on with Pisces? All right. So Pisces, someone is thinking about you. Someone's got you on the brain. And I feel like this person wants to make an offer. And I feel like they're going to make an offer. Like, we got the Two of Wands. So I feel like they already have their mind made up about you. Like, they know what they want. And I feel like you have feelings for them as well, because I feel like you've been waiting for this. Like, you've been waiting for them to make that offer. Got some Leo energy. So, I mean, I feel like you've been waiting for them to make the offer, but you weren't willing to do the work. So this person's been thinking about you. You've been thinking about them. They're finally, I feel like they're finally going to make that offer. I feel like they made their mind about you a while ago. So I feel like you guys are playing a little tag here. Like you guys both like each other, except you're waiting for that person to make the offer. But I feel like you're not going to be waiting long. I feel like that's coming up. Like I said, you're not willing to put any work here. You're not doing any work. But I feel like this is all fairly new though, because it is new love. I do see new love here. So I do, you know, but like I said, I feel like this is fairly new, but it's something that's, old enough that you guys both kind of been feeling each other back and forth, but not really, neither one of you is moving forward this year. But like I said, I feel like this is all that's gonna change. I feel like this is a good situation. But like I said, I feel like you're sitting back and you're waiting for this person to make the move. They are gonna make the move. But secretly, you guys both have feelings for each other, which is funny because I feel like you're not going to make a move because you don't want to put yourself out there. But I feel like you thought about it. You thought about making a move. But like I said, I feel like once they let you know, and I feel like I said, they will make an offer or they will at least start pushing in that direction. There's going to be some changes. You're going to come out on the winning end here. Like I said, this is new love, just in time for Valentine's Day. But I do see you get what you want out of this. I do see it being a good fit. Like I said, I don't see any negatives in that read, except for the fact that I feel like you guys. This is fairly new, but I feel like it's been going on long enough that one of you should have made the move by now. But like I said, I feel like they're going to come around and make that move. I think they're going to get sick of waiting. But I do see you waiting for that. So it's like you're waiting. They want to. It's funny sometimes what you do. But that's what I got for you guys. So what's up? What's good? How's everybody's night? Thanks, Morningstar. I appreciate that. Oh, fierce with the bed. She should get her to do all the work, but she probably went to bed on purpose. Oh, we're doing good. Good. I just feel like she just puts too much on herself. Got a little too much going on. And it's hard to do tarot when you got like shit in your own life going on. Like people don't understand when you got shit in your head, you can't even do this. Like more than you know, and anybody else that reads would know. But I mean, like people that never read tarot before don't really get that it's such a mental thing, and it's a mental strain too, right? Yeah, she is really good. Like I said, it's winter here in Canada too. So I mean, well, it's winter everywhere, but I mean it's cold, so people don't go out as much anymore. So when you get stuck in the house, sometimes that stir crazy. You know what I mean? Like in the summertime, you go for walks all the time. You go to the beach, you can go to the park, and in the wintertime, it's just like it's hard to find things to do because even things that you do ends up being somewhere else inside. Like if you take the kids to the pool, well, it's still indoors. Or if you go to the gym, it's still indoors. Like you're not getting outside and stir crazy, yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. But she has a habit of pushing herself too far, too hard, and then she gets burned out quicker. But she's getting there. Yeah, well, actually, this year wasn't too bad for snow, but it's cold. Yeah, I just did Pisces. 103.31 if you want to go back. I'll put the timestamps up after I get off. But yeah, it is. It's hard. It's hard for everybody. I mean, just doing your job in general. I find that like winters is always the worst time to work. But I always fish lobster for a few years there, and then I worked in the so that was all summer, and then part of the winter, and then I would go and do like I worked at West moving oil rigs, um, and then you'd work all winter. So it's I feel a lot different than I used to because when I used to work outside all the time, like even summer, right in the winter, work outside all the time, you still get at least some exercise, but I don't know. It is a pain in the ass. That's one thing about that's one thing I always wanted to live in somewhere that's hot because there's so many benefits to it. Like I mean, I like winter, I like snow and stuff, but I don't like to be stuck in the house as much as I am lately. Last 2 years, like yeah. See, I don't know what that because it's ours is different. We're in the metric system. Uh, so 22 Fahrenheit. Is that what you guys go by? Yeah. So it's like -5. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm not very good. I'm sitting there looking at my phone to figure out what that means. Um, yeah, it's -4 right now here. It's -4 Fahrenheit. It's -20 Celsius. It's funny because it's such a difference when you go like 22 Celsius is like 72 Fahrenheit, so it's 50 difference. But if you're at -4, we're at -20. Like it's only 24 difference. Like it's so confusing. Whoever just why can't we just go by one math system? And why do they have 5 kilometer races in the States? I was watching a show the other day and there's a 5 kilometer race, and I was thinking, they don't have kilometers. No, it's -20 here, but it's -4. Like it's -4 here Fahrenheit, but it's -20 Celsius. I'm so lost and confused. I got my Jimi Hendrix shirt on though, so we're good. We're not too lost. So everybody's night going. So many people watching, nobody talking. Yeah, it gets pretty cold. It's snowing all day today, actually. It's the first time it snowed in a while. See, that's the thing that people misunderstand too. Like my buddy, he's he lives in the States and he's always laughing. He's like, so does it snow in the summer? I'm like, dude, it doesn't even snow in the winter half the time. Like we have big snowstorms, but usually it's not too bad. So any big plans for the weekend? It hasn't snowed where I am at all. Oh, okay. Hey, Bobby. Coco. New Orleans. Yeah, see, I want to travel. I want to. This year I want to travel more. I want to go to some cool places. Like I want to like, I don't know. I want to go to like places that aren't like hot. I don't know why, but I don't really think about going to hot places. Yeah, I'm from Canada. Like I don't look. Like my idea of a trip isn't going to like the Dominican Republic as much as it would be to go to like say Ireland or Rome or London or because I feel like Dominican Republic would be too hot for me because I'm like been in Canada my whole life. Um, and it's even in the summertime, it doesn't get unbearably hot. But in the Dominican Republic, my sister went there like a couple years ago. She told me how she just like sweat the whole time. And my sister isn't the type of person that I ever hear complain about the heat here. So if she's complaining about the heat there, then it must be hot. I've been to like Bangor. We used to go to Maine all the time when I was a kid. We used to camp every weekend. Um, we used to camp in because we live in the province that touches Maine. Like the border is only an hour and a half from my house to go into Maine. So we go like Bar Harbor and like Bangor, Calais, and I've been to like Boston. I've been to New York. But I haven't really been. I've never been to like California. I've never been to Florida. I've never really been anywhere in the States too much. I've been in a couple like stopovers while taking planes, but I never really see much of the States. I'd like to go through the States. I've been through Canada a couple times. Yeah, France. Well, I know French, so I could. But our French is different than France French. Like ours is Acadian French. It's called. So yeah, like I don't know. I like to go to London. You've never been to Canada? Canada's awesome. You know what's awesome about Canada is like no offense to anywhere else in the world, but in Canada I feel like we have space. And we do if you do the math. If you do the math per capita in the States is like how much land like if you put every person on a piece of land, how much land would each person be on, kind of thing. I remember it was like ridiculously low to Canada. Like Canada was like you got a whole like there's so much tree like tree land, and there's like a lot of places in northern Canada where it snows all year round, like and like none of it and stuff like that. So taking away the people that don't live in the barren frost land, we call it, and take away the people that don't live in the tree. Like there's so much space. Like you when you fly across Canada, you don't realize how many trees are in Canada. Like there's like Ontario is like 3/4 trees. So I mean our population is so low compared to the States though. Like and I think that's probably what it is. Like a lot of it, like nobody wants to live in a cold place if they don't have to. Like to be honest, if I was loaded rich, I'd have a summer home in Florida or North Dakota or somewhere warmer. North Dakota, I don't think it's warm, is it? Yeah, it's 3. Yeah, 3 o'clock here. Yeah, Fresno. I don't know. I guess like um, I think it's cool. Like I just want to travel around and see things. But the thing is with me, travel is I hate going somewhere and then really enjoying myself and knowing that I gotta leave. Like, say you go to like Ireland for a week and then you get there, weeks gone by, and you're like, I haven't even seen it all. Or, I love it here. I like to go to Australia. I always wanted to go there, but it's so far away. It's like literally on the other side of the planet. My cousin lives there, and she always tells like her husband, her kids, they all moved there, probably 20 years ago, and she's always trying to, invite us to come over and visit and stuff like that. But it's such a long, like it's like a day flight or something like that. Like being on a plane for a day. Yeah, Hawaii. Hawaii seems like it would be a nice place that you wouldn't want to leave. I mean, I like the tropical look. I just don't know if I can handle the weather. Yeah, morning. It's always hard. I try not to. I remember when I used to work this one job, and it was like day shifts and then night shifts and then day shifts, like day shift for a week, night shift for a week. I was so messed up. When I asked a female, I'm not even sure. I'm just gonna remove you, Steve, because that's not even. it wasn't even funny. Like if you're gonna say something, if you're gonna come on a troll, at least say something funny. That wasn't amusing at all. I felt like as soon as I read what he wrote, I felt like I wasted my time. I feel like I wasted everybody's time just a little bit. Virginia, Virginia. Yeah, like I like to go through all the states, see what's up. Like I don't know, I see like when you watch movies and I see different places, I always see like cool places I'd like to go see. Like New Orleans would be pretty cool. Um, like Iowa. I just want to go to Iowa because of that movie, Field of Dreams. I want to go everywhere though. I mean, I don't want to go to China or Japan, and it's basically because there's so many people. I think that would give me anxiety. Because I went to New York once, and that was a lot. Oh no, it's already boring. I had to read it first, and I read it, and I was like, what a waste of time. I don't even know if he's trolling, but if he was, it was a bad joke. I don't know. It didn't make sense. It didn't make me laugh. Like I'm just saying, if you're gonna be a troll, just be good at it. Bring some good jokes. Make me laugh. But yeah, no, it is what it is. But like I just always kind of wanted to live somewhere hot, for a bit just to see how I like it. But like I said, I feel like I don't think my internal temperature would handle it. Yeah, when I went to New York, it was pretty brutal. Like there were so many people, and it's like because in Canada you never see that many people. Like I've never been anywhere in Canada that I've seen anywhere near that many people. Like there's more people in New York State than I think there is in Canada, or close. I'm not really sure. Don't trust my words, but it's pretty close. So if you think about the size of the state of New York compared to the size of Canada, you know, I'm gonna check. I want to know now. I Google everything. I'm always on my phone Googling. Oh, Steve. Someone needs attention. Someone never got enough hugs. Steve Allen, isn't that? I'm trying to think who Steve Allen is. Yeah, there's almost as much people in New York State as there is in Canada. Yeah, okay, because there's 37 million people in Canada, and there's 19 million people in New York State. So we're half. Yeah, like actually, well, I've met a few. My cousin, like I said, she moved to Australia like 20 years ago, but she's come to visit a bunch of times, and she brings friends over sometimes with her, and they're always seem really really fun people. We actually have a lot in common. I feel like with Australians because like we like to party, like to have like to have a good laugh. Like Irish people, like see, my family's all Irish, so they're all jokesters, and we're from the east coast of Canada, which is on the water. Like my mom grew up on an island that's super tiny, so I kind of grew up there too, and like even New Brunswick, like we came to New Brunswick, and New Brunswick is so much bigger than PEI, but we're from the east coast of Canada, and the east coast of Canada is a little bit different than the rest of Canada. Like you'll notice some differences because a lot of people in Eastern Canada are people like immigrants that travel from Ireland, so they live on the ocean. They like to live on the ocean, so they stuck to the east coast of Canada. So heritages are a little different. Like most people from around here are usually Irish background or Scottish or English. They say, wow, Google can lie if they want. Yeah, I mean, like Prince Edward Island is attached to New Brunswick. Like it's not attached, but it's right off. Like there's a bridge, like the longest bridge in Canada. My mom, my mom, and like uh, my family's all from PEI, but we moved to New Brunswick because it was in the middle of Nova Scotia, and like there's PEI. PEI is like over here, and then New Brunswick's here, and then Nova Scotia's over here. So it's kind of like no, New Brunswick is in the middle. Fierce, she's from Nova Scotia, so we kind of lived in the middle. But I don't know. It's PEI is really nice. Like I could hear the ocean hitting the rocks from my bedroom at night. Morning. I don't ever say that word. I've never said that. You know what? I feel I remember I said it once and it felt so awkward that I don't think I've ever said it again. It's just like an awkward word. But yeah, a lot of people here do say that. Most people from like it's funny because people think that Canadians are like, like they'd be so much different than Americans. But my my buddies like that I knew from Maine and stuff, like when you go to Maine, you can't tell the difference from Maine and New Brunswick. You can't. Like the only thing different is they say words different, but everything else is the same. Like growing up, like they say A in Maine. Like that was the thing where people always like Southern Americans always said we said. But what's funny is people in Maine say it and they're American. Like I think it's just like an East Coast maritime accent. And I think because when I went to Maine, I mean, not a lot of people knew I was from Canada and Green Gables. Yeah, most Canadians are nice, but we have some undesirables, just like anywhere else. But like I said, I think that being in Canada, I think people are nicer because we do have a lot more room, a lot more personal space. In the States, is so many big cities, and people don't really have the freedom as an overall because I live in the country, so but I mean there's people that live in the city here that would be the same thing. Like that's where you notice most ignorant people in Canada. I notice like when you go to like the big cities, it's because they're so crowded with people that they don't really have time to themselves. So maybe that just makes them cranky. I don't know. But yeah, there is a lot of good people in Canada, but there's a lot of good people in the States that I've met. Like I said, when I was in the States, I met a lot of cool people that never gave me. I don't think anybody ever gave me any grief about being from Canada. Um, Nobody ever really made fun of me. Like sometimes they made like friendly jokes and stuff, but nobody ever really put me down because of it. Um, but yeah, I was like the States. Europe would be nice. See, the States is a lot like here, so it's kind of like it's almost like if I'm gonna make a plan to make a big trip, is the States the place I want to go because it's fairly similar to Canada. Like when we go out west, a couple times we took the Ontario route, and then you go through like Detroit and along that way, and well, I think it's Detroit. Yeah, like you go along that way and it's shorter. So sometimes we take that route, and it is cool. Like it's cool because it doesn't look any different. Like Michigan, like when you go through Michigan, it looks the same. It looks like the opposite because you're on like when you're in Detroit or in Michigan. I'm not really good in the actual place I was in, but the one that's along the Lake Ontario, or the Great Lake, whatever it's called, and it looks the same but from a different angle. You know what I mean? Because you both have the same weather, both have the same like small little towns all through New England. Yeah, New England's like that too. Like they have all these little small towns, little fishing towns, and that's what we have all through Maritimes. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so a lot of the states that borders along Canada isn't that much different than Canada. Like, we have summer and we have fall and we have winter. Like, some people in the states think that we have winter all year round, but I laugh because I'm like thinking we have the internet. If you really wonder, like people ask you like, "Oh, is it winter all the time there?" I'm like, "No, it's not." No, we have summer. But like I said, it's yeah, I like Michigan. It was pretty. New England's nice, but like I said, I haven't really got much farther than that because by as soon as you go around Michigan, um, then you go to somewhere else, and then you're back into Canada again, so you don't really get to see much. Yeah, New England's really nice. I've been to New England. I went to see a Patriots game. Um, but yeah, it reminds me a lot of where I'm from in Canada because our where I'm from is like that too. Like all along the coast, it's all like little little fishing towns. My mom's from a fishing town in PEI, so but it's 3. Kids get up in 4 hours, so I should probably get going. But thanks for stopping in. Hope everybody has a good weekend and be good.